81 back in June.
Run up front in this thing, but man, all kinds of good ones up front right there. And of course, the two we've watched all year on this tour, Jake Tim and Jim Chisholm right there. Another night out on the road, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Lights are out. Field rolls to turns 4. Oh, Mari lights the fires. We come to the green flag. Solid green in the air, and that one's not going to stick. So Todd Staley giving Lance Mari the naughty no-no over the radio. And he's going to move him back a row. That's going to put the New Mexico native in cart number 24, Rick Ortega. Trent and I had an opportunity. I went down to the redraw. I talked to Rick.
So, you know what? Why not Ortega tonight to get in here and mix it up?
Absolutely, as he's going to have his crack at the front of the field, courtesy of a Lance Mari false start. Field is once again tightened up. Lights are out. Ortega slowly rolls towards the start zone off of turn number 4. Here come the modifieds. Ortega led him into turn number 1, but it's Tyler Wolf who will lead him out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, the 4W grabs the early lead. Here comes the 0 of Jake O'Neill following on the top side of the speedway. Ortega trying to hang tough. He'll hold on to 3rd at the end of lap number 1. Behind them were 3, nearly 4 wide as wow. Jake Tim just about got shoved off the top side of the speedway by Lance Mari. Those two door to door as they entered turn 1. Tim lost about 4 to 5 spots after that exchange, so he's going to have to get back on the wheel as he's looking to chase down series points leader Jim Chisholm in the 24C. Chisholm up to the 3rd spot as Rick Ortega now fighting with the 22M as Sammy McNabb over 4th and 5th. McNabb, the current track series champion in that 22M. A good showing for the young gun so far here tonight. He's up to 4th. Ortega back to 5th and under more pressure from the 88 of Nathan Smith and Lance Mari. At the front of the field, Tyler Wolf continues to lead. Jake O'Neill has that cut down to about a car length worth of distance. Here comes Jim Chisholm rolling the bottom side of the speedway. Nobody's surprised at that mention as the 24C. Very good at rolling the bottom of any racetrack he goes to around the country. Sammy McNabb in the 22M rides in 4th. 5th now is that 88 of Nathan Smith. Ortega back to 6th. 7th is the 19 SP of Lance Mari as Smith, Ortega, Mari go 3 wide off of turn 2 down the back straightaway. Behind them, Jake Tim and car number 49 looking to regroup after nearly getting shoved off the top of the racetrack back into 1 and 2. He's underneath the 24. That puts him into the 7th spot. Ortega back to 8th. So Rick Ortega still holding on to a top inside the top 10, having a career run here tonight, but unfortunately, he would have liked to have been a little bit more competitive on the opening few laps of the A feature here tonight. Good battle for the lead into turns 1 and 2. New leaders. Oh, Jake O'Neill just about had it. He left Tyler Wolf enough room. Wolf stuck the outside of the racetrack and rolled right back around the right side of car number 0. O'Neill still right there on the back bumper, as is the 24C at Chisholm. Back into turns 1 and 2. Your leaders roll middle to bottom of the racetrack. O'Neill selects the bottom this time. Wolf with good momentum off the top of the racetrack leads by 2 car lengths back into 3 and 4. O'Neill try the bottom of the racetrack at this end of the speedway now. Slides up, still 2 car lengths behind 4W, back into 1 and 2. Chisholm down on the bottom of the racetrack. Chisholm trying to roll by the 0 of O'Neill. O'Neill says, no thank you. I still want to try to take the lead away from Wolf in 4W. 3 different lines through turns 3 and 4. O'Neill's got to run, so does Chisholm. Nearly 3 wide at the line. O'Neill to the bottom of the racetrack. Dials up a slider from the bottom of the speedway. Wolf turns it back into the middle part of the racetrack. We're 3 wide again into turns 3 and 4. O'Neill going to slide to the top of the racetrack. Wolf through off the bottom through the middle. Slides up in front of the 0. O'Neill turns it left. Back into 1 and 2. O'Neill to the middle part of the racetrack. Slides across the nose of the 4W once again. Wolf tries to turn it left, but O'Neill had too much momentum. He'll stick the lead into turns 3 and 4. Now Wolf going to have to fend off a charge from the 24C of Jim Chisholm. Chisholm gives him a little bit of right door 11 as they roll back into turns 1 and 2. Good battle for the 2nd spot. Still rages off of turn 2 down the back straightaway. Chisholm working the bottom of the racetrack to perfection. Wolf Going to give that up and roll to the top side of the speedway off of turn 4. Give Chisholm the second spot at the end of lap 13. Your top 3 starting to separate themselves from the rest of the field as they roll back into traffic now. First car at the tail end of the field is the 65X of Carlos Amata Jr. We'll check real quickly. 4th, Sammy McNabb. He continues to roll through turns 3 and 4 at the top side of the speedway. 5th is Lance Maury. 6th is Jake Tim. 7th, Rodney Sanders. 8th, the 2SS of Mark Smith. 9th is Nathan Smith, and Gary Christian right now rounds out the top 10. Side-by-side battle outside of the top 10 between Mullins and the J17 of Jake Gallardo as there's battles throughout the rest of the field from there. Your leaders, though, they're officially in traffic. Jake O'Neill's gotten by Carlos Amata Jr. and the 12C of Leland Cruz. So Jake O'Neill looking to try to put cars in between him and the 24C of Jim Chisholm. The 4W of Wolf's falling off the pace just a little bit as he still has yet to get to traffic, while Jim Chisholm working on the 12C of Leland Cruz. He'll get by. O'Neill now 3 cars up in front. We got a car off the top of the speedway. That's Rick Ortega. Looks like he's slowly rolling to the pit area. Will stay green. O'Neill, Chisholm, Wolf, the gap separating between those 3, so the fight at the front of the field has settled down for now. Back to 4th, Sammy McNabb. A good run for the local track champion here in the 22M. Rides in 4th, but Lance Maury starting to apply pressure, as is the 49 of Jake Tim. Tim to the outside of turns 1 and 2, dealing with the 19 SB of Maury. Those two are going to hustle off of 2 side by side down the back straightaway. The 20 of Sanders is now there as well. Maury loose in the middle part of the racetrack, had to jam the brakes, so did Sanders. That allows Tim now to roll by, put Jake Tim back in the top 5. This time by the flag stand, off of turn number 4. Here comes your leader, Jake O'Neill. Cross flags in the air, 20 down, 20 laps to go. It's O'Neill, Chisholm, Tyler Wolf, still your top 3. Sammy McNabb hanging on to 4th. Problem on the back straightaway, yellow flag's going to wave. Kel Westover slow at the top side of the back straightaway. That's going to bring us to Gorsuch Performance Solutions caution flag halfway through this one. 20 laps down, 20 laps to go. My, oh my, Trenton. The competition's been absolutely fantastic for the opening half of this one.
Man, plenty of lines out there right now, isn't there? Boy, that I'm telling you, that's
still day-to-day, listed day-to-day on the injury report.
Yeah, I'm still listed. I was a participant in practice, but I am still listed.
Okay, well, prayers still go out to you, my friend. Lights are out, 20 down, 20 to go. Jake O'Neill, Jim Chisholm bring the field back to green off of turn number 4. Even start for the front row, side by side into turns 1 and 2. Jim Chisholm now tries to steal the lead away, but O'Neill better momentum off the top side of turn number 2. He'll hustle back out to front, slides across the speedway, grabs the cushion at the top. Jim Chisholm has a run, but Jake O'Neill leads lap number 21 behind him. Everybody now 2 by 2 marching through turns 1 and 2. Sammy McNabb up to 3rd. Now going to give that up to Lance Maury as Tyler Wolf's had trouble since the restart. He's slid back 4 spots. Currently runs 7th with the 20 of Rodney Sanders hot on his heels off of turn 4 down the front straightaway. Sammy McNabb, Lance Maury swapped lines. Maury now to the top part of the racetrack. McNabb on the bottom. Side by side for the 5th spot as well between the 2SS of Mark Smith as well as the 49 of Jake Tim. Tim working the top part of the racetrack. Smith along the bottom part of the speedway. Pretty even racing lines right now as everybody 2 by 2 just about throughout the rest of the field. Great racing here tonight at the Route 66 Motor Speedway. Jake O'Neill continues to lead. Jim Chisholm continues to roll the bottom of the racetrack about 4 car lengths. Separate your 2 leaders back into turns 3 and 4. Then it's Lance Maury, Sammy McNabb, Smith, Wolf, Tim, all still testing different lines, trying to find what's fastest around the Route 66 Motor Speedway. Rodney Sanders now coming into the picture. He's right behind Wolf That's a battle for the 7th and 8th spot as Sanders hustles side by side with the 4W at the entry point of turns 3 and 4. Wolf better along the bottom, scoots back out in front of car number 20, that time by the line. 26 in, 14 laps to go. Coming to 13 to go this time. Your leader, O'Neill, works off the top of the speedway at the exit of turn 4. Chisholm still along the bottom right now. Those two nearly a full straightaway in front of the rest of the field. Good run for Lance Murray, the driver out of Imperial, California in the 19 SB. He's by himself right now working in the 3rd spot. Jake Tim up to 4th as he's driven by the 22 Emma McNabb. McNabb says not so fast. He's going to take the fight back to the 49. At the line, McNabb had it that time by. So McNabb and Jake Tim locked in a battle for that 4th spot down the back straightaway. The two still side by side as they work their way through the turns 3 and 4 into the speedway. McNabb good off the bottom. Jake Tim still can't wrestle that spot away. So Tim's still 5th at the end of lap number 29. Looks like we're going to lose the 65X of Amato Jr. Problems off of turn number 4. Yellow flag in the air. AJ Hoff in the 55, the 60 of Dan Ebert, the 2. We'll see. O'Neill should fire first, then the rest of the field will go. There he is. Off of turn number 4, man, a good restart for the 24C at Chisholm. They'll roll into turns 1 and 2. Side by side, Chisholm inches ahead at the bottom of the speedway. O'Neill with a head of steam, but it's Chisholm, the leader, down the back straightaway. Chisholm gave O'Neill room to race, but he's going to work his way off of turn number 4. Gives O'Neill room at that time at the line. It still was, I believe, the 0 of O'Neill, your leader. Side by side, your pair of leaders works through turns 3 and 4. McNabb trying to take 3rd away from the 19 SBL Lance Murray. Murray has the 49 of Jake Tim right there. That's nearly a 3-wide battle as they work off of turn 2. Now O'Neill feels the pressure applied from the 24C of Chisholm as he came down the racetrack to block the line that the 24C is running. Chisholm still within a car length of the 0 as they work back into 1 and 2. Now O'Neill, a better set of corners, hustles away by 3 car lengths back into turns 3 and 4. Chisholm still going to choose to select the bottom part of the racetrack. Behind him, Murray up top. Now here comes Jake Tim in car number 49. A little bit further back, Tyler Wolf nearly dropped it off of the racetrack. He hangs on, but he is now outside of the top 8 as he's running right behind Jason Hughes. Hughes, an impressive run for him from the back of the field after having to transfer out of a B feature tonight. He runs in the 8th spot. Right behind him, there's Tanner Mullins in the 17 of Gallardo as well. Those 4 cars all battling it out as meanwhile, side by side at the front of the field, battle for the lead through turns 3 and 4. Off the bottom of the speedway, Jim Chisholm with a lead. Side by side, that time at the line, give it to O'Neill. 65 100ths of a second separated your 2 leaders at the line. O'Neill trying to fend off the series points leader as they roll back through turns 3 and 4 once again. Chisholm grabbing the brown spot off the bottom of the racetrack, but O'Neill too tough to tame as he leads lap number 36. Just 4 to go here tonight at the Route 66 Motor Speedway. Good set of corners that time for Chisholm, nearly pulled up side by side. O'Neill once again grabs the top part of the racetrack off of turn 4. We'll check it this time at the line. 0.2 seconds, the disadvantage for the 24C. O'Neill came down the racetrack and snipped the nose of the 24C off the bottom of turn number 2. Now Chisholm going to try the bottom once again, this time by just 2 laps to go. O'Neill has given up the top part of the racetrack in turns 1 and 2, got a really good run at the exit of turn 2. Now 4 car lengths the advantage. Back into turns 3 and 4. You're watching it at your screens at home. The Hochatown Saloon, white flag, last call is out. 1 lap to go here tonight in Amarillo, Texas. O'Neill works his way off at turn number 2. Going to hit the top side of turns 3 and 4 for one final time. Chisholm trying to make one last run. He doesn't have it. Tonight goes to Jake O'Neill. Jake O'Neill wins night number 1 of the Amarillo Ambush here at the Route 66 Motor Speedway. Jim Chisholm.
right, here we go. We're situated down here in USMTS Route 66 Victory Lane. Jake O'Neill getting ready to climb out of the race car right here. And he's going to come right out the top of the car. Onto the side, and the confetti flies. Congratulations are in order. Another one here for the 0 of Jake O'Neill, tonight's USMTS winner. Come in right here and get a quick word with you, man. Those first laps, 9, 10, 11, 12 there, right before you took the lead over Tyler Wolf, is pretty intense. You and him back and forth, and Jim was right there if either of you messed up.
Yeah, I knew how to go hard early. You know, Tyler is super fast, and Jim, obviously, he's the fastest car in the country. And I knew how to get in front of him as quick as I could. You know, I was worried about tires, but, you know, and the cushion was treacherous up there. But I knew I needed to get in front on them restarts because them choose cone things, it makes a big difference. And, you know, I'm not sure how I feel about them still, but I guess it makes it interesting, you know what I mean? Jim ran me a good race. I appreciate him racing me clean. I'm sure he could have slid up on me at any point. I was just doing everything I could to hold on. I couldn't run the bottom, and I didn't know how slow he was going to run that bottom down there. He's really good. So I just got to thank everybody that supports me. Texas General Mechanical, Red Eye Radiator. Hi, buddy. Thank my buddy Miles at home. Sure wish him and Brittany and my mom and dad were here. You know, I can't thank everybody enough that supports me. Red Eye Radiator, Texas General Mechanical, Old World Meats, Vasily Valley Transportation, Gold Lithium Batteries, Recor, Bulletproof Tees, LG2 by Jimmy Owens, McCartney Welding, John First Construction, TDS Suspension, VP by Heartland, Element 7 Graphics, Fast Shafts, Real Racing Wheel, Buddha Transmissions, Cornet Engines. You know, we put this thing to the test tonight, man. I was hard on her, but Mama didn't raise a girl. You know, we were on the gas up there. But, you know, I got to thank Speedwork Headers, Pro System Brakes, Midwest Sheet Metal, just everybody that supports me. My mom and my dad, like I said, back at home, I wouldn't be here without them. I think all these fans coming out. This topless deal is pretty cool. It's definitely different. You know, I think last time I ran a topless was here. I think we won that one too. But just blessed to be here and glad.
Jake O'Neill, another winner here. We'll get Jim Chisholm and Jake Tim real quick. Well, for Jake O'Neill, how good was your car?
Yeah, car was really, really good. You know, I think that I was trying to run the bottom a little too much and probably should have moved up to that kind of that middle groove. I mean, we ran there after the flag, and I think my stuff felt better there. But, you know, we've had a lot of fun the last 2 nights running with Jake. We've had a lot of really close races, and it's just he's been a lot of fun to race with.
There it is, Jim Chisholm, tonight's runner-up. We'll talk. Man, you had to rebound from a tough start to get back to where you were, but a very workmanlike night for you.
Yeah, I unfortunately got ran off the track right away there. It was nobody's fault. Lanston, I was there, and he changed lanes entering the corner, and it just kind of left me nowhere to go. But, yeah, fortunately we were able to get back up to third, I guess. I don't know, see what we can do tomorrow. I feel like we were pretty good, just had to rebound.
There it is. He spent